Welcome to Winter Grace Senior Ministries. I am Debbie Bergio. I am joined today by Erica Howley to talk about the Parkinson's Foundation. Erica, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, can you tell me how you became connected to the Parkinson's Foundation?
Well, my connection to Parkinson's disease is through my father, Peter Ream. In 2003, he had a heart attack. During his recovery, we noticed that his walking gait was odd and that he was holding his arms stiffly. As Parkinson's disease is a diagnosis of exclusion, meaning there's no test for it,
Right.
It took a number of years and many doctor's visits, but he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2009. I also have a sister-in-law that was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease a couple of years ago.
Oh my goodness. So through this diagnosis, how did you find out about the Parkinson's Foundation?
I learned about Parkinson's Foundation through my father. When he was first diagnosed, he had an uncharacteristic sadness, but he quickly bounced back. And when he decided to sort of take charge of his own health, he started doing research on what he could do to help himself. And he found Parkinson's Foundation because they have a lot of resources and information. He even participated in Moving Day, which is Parkinson's Foundation's an event that highlights keeping active as well as bringing together the local Parkinson's community. And Moving Day also raises funds to support Parkinson's Foundation's mission to improve care and advance research towards a cure.
So what are some of the benefits? I was sharing with you before we press record that my father had Parkinson's, and that was about 15 years ago that he was diagnosed, and we had no idea the foundation existed. And I certainly wish that we did. So what are some of the ways that the foundation assisted your dad and you and your family through this process?
Well, what they did is, through Parkinson.org, that's their website, you can access doctors, support groups, exercise and wellness programs, education opportunities, as well as special events. They have a new thing, and I'm going to try to remember what it's called. I'm drawing a blank. Aware and Care kits. I'm sorry, Aware and Care kits, which are wonderful. I wish they had them when my father had Parkinson's. They are kits that you take to the hospital with you, and it helps educate the staff there as to your needs, because there's not a lot of, as you know, for Parkinson's patients, timing of medications is key. You have to take it. And the hospital doesn't always work that way. So these Aware and Care kits, you take them with you to the hospital. It has your list of medications. It reinforces with the staff there that you need your meds on time. Just a general support tool, which I absolutely love. That this is relatively new, and they did not have it when my dad was around, which I really would have appreciated, because anytime he went to the hospital, it was micromanaging.
Absolutely, you have to be there all of the time and advocate for your loved one.
Absolutely.
So I am referencing when your dad was around. Very sorry to hear that he has passed, and you still continue to be involved in the Parkinson's Foundation.
Yeah, I do. I started about 4 years ago when my dad became too sick to participate in Moving Day. I picked up where he left off. So this will be my 4th year. In 2018, I started, for Pete's sake, Team Ream. And through the help of my family and friends, we've raised thousands of dollars to help support Parkinson's Foundation. And I'm proud to say that this year I was asked to be part of the Moving Day Planning Committee. So I'm working with a group of wonderful people, and I'm learning what it takes to put together Moving Day, as well as learning more about the wonderful things that Parkinson's Foundation does.
So Moving Day, when does that take place?
It's May 15th this year. It normally, in normal years, not in COVID years,
Yeah, normal
is an
years.
in-person activity where there are activities such as boxing and exercising. There's a walk. There are vendors there, and it brings together the local Parkinson's community. And I've met some wonderful people there. Last year it was virtual. This year it's going to be a drive-through. So, we're figuring out how to maneuver all that, no pun intended. And, but hopefully we'll get back to doing the in-person maybe next year, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I can imagine it's quite an undertaking to plan all that. And now you're planning in a year that you can't exactly look to past years for for help. And Parkinson's Awareness Month, I believe, is coming up. It's in April.
April, yes.
So this will be showing in April. So this is Parkinson's Awareness Month. Yeah, it worked out really well. So what would you, when someone suspects, I mean, I'm sure that you said this is a diagnosis of exclusion. So if someone starts to suspect, that would be the best time to start getting involved with Parkinson's Foundation? How would you go about doing that?
I'd start with Parkinson.org, and as I said, they have doctors and support groups. There's lists in your area. You type in your zip code, you find lists of support sources in your area.
Okay.
And it was a godsend for my father. We found one of his doctors on there, his neurologist, who was excellent.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that he had excellent care.
Yes, he did.
So what else would you like us to know about Parkinson's Foundation?
Well, I think it's important to know that you don't have to go through it alone, because there is a group there that is not only there to support you, but they are working towards a cure. They're working towards better care, better awareness. So you don't have to go through it alone.
You just summarized the whole purpose behind Winter Grace Senior Ministries right there. When my dad became ill with Parkinson's, we didn't know where to turn, what to do. And I said, okay, as far as caring for an ill parent, like the general overview, I guess. So I said, okay, I'm going to find out what we're supposed to do. And that's where Winter Grace even came from. And I'm just so thankful that Parkinson's Foundation exists now, even though we didn't take advantage of it because we didn't know. I want to make sure people know about it to make their journey the best it can be.
Yes, it is excellent support, not just for the person diagnosed, but for families to be able to be there and be supportive. It brings people together. It really does.
That's outstanding. So there are Parkinson's Foundation chapters all over the country?
That's correct. That is correct. I can't quote you numbers on that, but there are. I mean, I know, about Moving Day. There's one in New York. There's one in Baltimore. I believe, they're on the West Coast. It is national. It is national.
Terrific. It's Parkinsons.org. Parkinson.org.
Parkinson.org. Yes.
Okay. Very, very important detail there.
Yes.
Erica, I can't thank you enough for sharing your experiences, and again, our prayers for you and your family. I know it's coming up on that 1-year anniversary of the passing of your father, and I just appreciate you spending this time with us and sharing, and that you continue to be involved. And that's just a testimony to how much it helped you that you would still be involved.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I will continue.
Outstanding. Thank you so much.